Keanu Reeves, casually strolling through downtown Los Angeles, unknowingly became the star of an unforgettable street performance. When a witty street performer named Alex roasts him in front of a laughing crowd, Keanu's reaction steals the show. But little did anyone know, Keanu had a surprise of his own that would leave everyone gasping in amazement. Want to know what happened next? Stay tuned because tomorrow we'll reveal even more secrets from this epic encounter, and trust us, you won't want to miss it. It was a sunny Saturday afternoon in downtown Los Angeles. The streets were bustling with people enjoying their weekend, and the usual hum of the city was punctuated by the sounds of street performers. Among them was a charismatic young man named Alex, known for his quick wit and comedic talent. Alex had a knack for engaging the crowd, and today was no different. Alex was in the middle of his performance, a mix of stand-up comedy and street magic, when he noticed a familiar face in the crowd. Keanu Reeves, dressed in his signature casual attire, was standing quietly, observing the performance. Alex's eyes lit up with a mischievous glint. "Hey everyone, check this out!" Alex called out, pointing to Keanu. "We've got a special guest here today. It's none other than Keanu Reeves!" The crowd erupted in cheers and applause. Keanu, caught off guard, smiled sheepishly and waved. "Now, Keanu, I've got to ask," Alex continued, his voice dripping with playful sarcasm. "What brings you to our humble street performance? Are you scouting for your next movie, or just trying to blend in with the common folk?" The crowd laughed, and Keanu chuckled, clearly enjoying the banter. He stepped forward, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "Just trying to enjoy the weekend like everyone else," Keanu replied, his voice calm and friendly. All right, Alex said, raising his hands in mock surrender. "But since you're here, how about you help me out with a little trick? I've always wanted to see if the Matrix star could pull off some real magic." The crowd cheered, and Keanu nodded, stepping onto the makeshift stage. Alex handed him a deck of cards. "Pick a card, any card," Alex said with a flourish. Keanu selected a card and handed it back to Alex, who dramatically placed it back into the deck and shuffled. He then handed the deck to a random member of the audience, who pulled out a card. "Is this your card?" Alex asked, holding up the card. Keanu shook his head. "Nope, that's not mine." The crowd groaned in mock disappointment, but Alex wasn't done yet. He turned to Keanu. "All right, Keanu, let's see if you can do better. You pick a card, and I'll make it disappear." Keanu selected another card, and Alex repeated the process. This time, when the audience member pulled out a card, it was the one Keanu had chosen. Whoa! Alex exclaimed, feigning astonishment. "Did he just outmagic me?" The crowd erupted in laughter and applause, and Keanu grinned, clearly enjoying the moment. All right, Alex said, regaining control of the situation. "Since Keanu's clearly got some hidden talents, let's see if he can handle a little bit of roasting." The crowd cheered, and Alex launched into a series of playful jabs at Keanu's expense, referencing his iconic roles and famous lines. The crowd laughed along, and Keanu took it all in stride, even joining in with his own jokes and witty comebacks. As the performance wound down, Alex turned to the audience. "All right, folks, let's give it up for Keanu Reeves, who not only survived my roasting but totally stole the show." The crowd erupted in applause, and Keanu bowed with a smile. As he walked off the makeshift stage, he turned to Alex and whispered, "Not bad for a guy just trying to blend in, huh?" Alex laughed. "Not bad at all. Maybe you've got a future in stand-up." Keanu just smiled, knowing that sometimes the best moments are the ones you never see coming. As Keanu walked away from the impromptu performance, the crowd continued to cheer and clap, their laughter echoing through the streets of downtown Los Angeles. Alex, still grinning from ear to ear, took a bow and thanked the audience for their support. The atmosphere was electric, and it was clear that everyone had enjoyed the unexpected interaction. Keanu, feeling a sense of camaraderie and joy, decided to stay and watch the rest of Alex's performance. He found a spot near the back, where he could enjoy the show without drawing too much attention. Alex, sensing Keanu's presence, occasionally glanced over and winked, keeping the mood light and fun. As the performance came to an end, Alex pulled out a final trick, making a bouquet of flowers appear out of thin air. He presented them to a young woman in the audience, who blushed and laughed, accepting the gesture with delight. The crowd erupted in applause once more, and Alex took a final bow. "Thank you, thank you," Alex called out, his voice filled with genuine gratitude. "Remember, folks, life's too short to take yourself too seriously. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and maybe one day, you'll run into a Hollywood legend who'll join in on the fun." The crowd cheered, and many people started to disperse, still talking excitedly about the unexpected encounter with Keanu Reeves. Alex, feeling a mix of exhilaration and gratitude, approached Keanu, who was still standing near the back. "Hey man," Alex said, extending his hand. "That was a blast. Thanks for joining in." Keanu shook his hand warmly. "No problem. You were great up there." "I haven't had that much fun in a while." Alex grinned. "I can't believe you just let me roast you like that. Most celebrities would have run for the hills." Keanu laughed. "I figure if you can take a joke, you can give one too. Besides, it was fun. And it looked like everyone else enjoyed it too." Alex nodded. "Yeah, it was a good day. Hey, if you're ever in the neighborhood again, you should come by. We could use more surprises like that." Keanu smiled. "I'll keep that in mind. Take care, Alex." With that, Keanu walked away, blending back into the crowd. As he strolled down the street, he couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment. It was moments like these, away from the spotlight and the pressures of Hollywood, that reminded him of the simple joys in life. A few days later, Keanu received a package in the mail. Inside was a small, handmade card. He opened it to find a heartfelt message from Alex. "Dear Keanu, thank you for making my day unforgettable. Your kindness and sense of humor brightened up the lives of everyone who was there. Keep being you, and keep spreading joy wherever you go. Best regards, Alex." Keanu smiled, placing the card on his desk next to the letter from James. It was another reminder that sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness could create the biggest ripples. A few weeks after the unexpected street performance, Keanu found himself back in Los Angeles, this time on a different kind of stage. He was promoting his upcoming film, Constantine 2, a sequel that promised to be darker and more intense than the original. The city was buzzing with excitement, and Keanu was enjoying the opportunity to reconnect with fans and share more about the film's development. One evening, after a long day of interviews and promotional events, Keanu decided to take a walk to clear his mind. He wandered through the familiar streets, enjoying the cool evening air and the vibrant energy of the city. As he strolled, he couldn't help but think about his recent encounter with Alex, the street performer. The experience had left a lasting impression on him, reminding him of the simple joys of connecting with people in unexpected ways. As he turned a corner, he found himself back in the same neighborhood where he had met Alex. The street was quieter now, but he could still hear the distant sounds of laughter and music. On a whim, he decided to visit the spot where Alex had performed. To his surprise, he found Alex there, setting up for another show. "Hey, Keanu!" Alex called out, spotting him from across the street. "Fancy seeing you here again." Keanu smiled and walked over. "Just taking a walk. Thought I'd see how you're doing." Alex grinned. "Can't complain. Business is good, and the crowd loves a good show. Speaking of which, I've got a new act I've been working on. Want to see it?" Keanu nodded, intrigued. "Sure, why not?" Alex launched into his performance, a mix of magic tricks and stand-up comedy. He was even more confident and engaging than before, clearly having honed his skills. As he reached the climax of his act, he pulled out a final trick that left the audience gasping in amazement. "All right, folks," Alex said, wrapping up the performance. "Remember, life's too short to take yourself too seriously. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and maybe one day, you'll run into a Hollywood legend who'll join in on the fun." The crowd erupted in applause, and Keanu couldn't help but laugh. Alex turned to him, grinning. So, what do you think? It was great, Keanu replied sincerely. You've really got a talent for this. Alex nodded. Thanks, man. I've been thinking a lot about what you said the other day. About kindness and making connections. It's changed the way I approach my performances. Keanu smiled. I'm glad to hear that. It's amazing how a small act can make such a big difference. As they talked, Keanu realized that the encounter with Alex had been more than just a fun moment. It had been a reminder of the power of human connection and the importance of staying grounded, even in the midst of a busy and often chaotic life. As he walked away, Keanu felt a renewed sense of purpose. He knew that no matter how big his career got, he would always find time to connect with people in simple, meaningful ways. After all, as Alex had shown him, sometimes the most impactful moments are the ones you least expect. As Keanu walked away from Alex, he couldn't shake the feeling that their encounter had been more than just a coincidence. It felt like a sign, a gentle nudge to stay true to himself and to keep finding joy in the simple moments of life. He decided to take a longer walk, letting his mind wander and reflect on the past few weeks. His thoughts drifted to his upcoming projects. With Constantine 2 set to release, there was a buzz in the air. The film had already garnered significant attention, with critics and fans alike eagerly awaiting its release. Keanu had always been drawn to roles that challenged him, and playing John Constantine again was no exception. The character was complex, dark, and intense, and Keanu was excited to delve deeper into his psyche. As he continued his walk, he found himself in a quieter part of the city, away from the hustle and bustle of downtown. The streets were lined with old, charming buildings, and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers. Keanu felt a sense of peace wash over him, something he hadn't felt in a while. He decided to take a seat on a bench in a small, secluded park. The sun was beginning to set, casting a warm, golden light over the area. As he sat there, he pulled out his phone and scrolled through his messages. There was one from his manager, reminding him of an upcoming meeting, and another from a friend, inviting him to a movie premiere. But what caught his eye was a message from Alex. Hey Keanu, just wanted to say thanks again for the other day. Your words really stuck with me. Keep being you. Alex. Keanu smiled and replied. Anytime, Alex. Keep spreading joy. You're doing great work. As he put his phone away, he noticed a young girl sitting on the bench next to him. She was drawing in a small sketchbook, her brow furrowed in concentration. Keanu couldn't help but feel a sense of curiosity, and decided to strike up a conversation. Hey there, he said softly. That looks like a beautiful drawing. The girl looked up, her eyes wide with surprise. Oh, thank you. I'm just doodling, really. Keanu nodded. Sometimes the best art comes from just letting your imagination run wild. The girl smiled. I like to think so. I'm trying to capture the light here. It's so beautiful at sunset. Keanu leaned over slightly to get a better look. You're doing a great job. The way you've captured the light is really special. The girl beamed with pride. Thank you. I'm Lily. What about you? Are you an artist too? Keanu chuckled. Not quite. But I do appreciate art. I'm Keanu. Lily's eyes widened. Oh my gosh! You're Keanu Reeves. I love your movies. Keanu smiled. Thank you, Lily. I appreciate that. They continued to chat, and Keanu found himself genuinely enjoying the conversation. Lily was full of life and curiosity, and her passion for art was infectious. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the park, Keanu felt a sense of contentment he hadn't felt in a long time. As they said their goodbyes, Keanu handed Lily a small notebook and a set of colored pencils. Keep drawing, Lily. Your talent is something special. Lily's eyes lit up with excitement. Thank you so much, Keanu. This means a lot to me. As Keanu walked away, he couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment. It was moments like these that reminded him why he loved what he did. He had the power to inspire and connect with people in ways he never could have imagined. A few days later, Keanu found himself on the set of Constantine 2. The atmosphere was intense, but there was a sense of excitement in the air. The cast and crew were all deeply invested in bringing the story to life, and Keanu felt a renewed sense of purpose. During a break, he pulled out his phone and saw a new message from Lily. She had sent him a photo of her latest drawing, a stunning depiction of a sunset over the city. The message read, "Thank you for the encouragement, Keanu. I hope this drawing makes you smile." Keanu smiled, feeling a warmth in his heart. He replied, "It does, Lily. Keep creating. You have a bright future ahead." As he put his phone away, he felt a renewed sense of determination. He knew that no matter how big his career got, he would always find time to connect with people, to inspire, and to be inspired. After all, as he had learned from Alex and Lily, sometimes the smallest acts of kindness could create the biggest ripples. If this story touched your heart, we've got many more that will do the same. Click the screen to discover more tales of hope, compassion, and resilience that will inspire you.